Hey, strangers. Welcome to another episode of the Strange Sessions. I'm Krista. With me, as always, is...
Just another episode?
Well, I was getting to that.
You were teasing for
I
it.
just curded you.
You totally curded me. It's appropriate.
It is. It's very appropriate. Yeah, it is our 100th episode.
100 episodes.
Cue the applause and the trumpets and whatever else is supposed to happen.
I feel like we were more celebratory for our 50th. We had like a little noise for the intro, a little air horn.
we?
I think so.
Oh.
I just feel like we were more celebratory.
Who dropped that ball this time?
I just thought about that now because I remembered that little sound that we had. The little thing.
I don't remember that.
But yes, I'm Kurt, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's
Hi.
Kurt.
If you're new to the show...
You might want to skip this episode if you're new to the show because there's no topic.
No, this is just going to be
Krista
and I shooting the Shinola.
Yep.
As it were.
The breeze. Talking stuff. When we already ran out of stuff.
I feel like we've never done this before.
I know.
It's been weird. A while. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded.
It has.
It's been a crazy... I'm back in school now, and I've been swamped with that.
In a different sense, I'm back.
You've had stuff going on.
Oh, man. I've had a really, really, really rough couple of weeks.
Yes.
But I'm hanging in there.
We both are.
Moving forward.
I got a weird cough, and I don't know.
It's not the Rona?
I don't know. Like I said, I feel so lousy all the time. I don't even know if I would know if I had.
But you're eating so much healthier now.
These last 2 weeks I have. My overnight oatmeal every morning. My dinner has been cereal because I've been having such bad acid reflux.
Oh.
But I haven't weighed myself, but I know that I've lost weight these last 2 weeks.
Sometimes it's good to just skip the scale for a while.
I'm averaging 15,000 steps a day. One of the days it was 25,000 steps.
Dang.
So, yeah.
And you're going up and down stairs too,
yes.
right? Wow.
But my sleep is so messed up. I'm up at like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning now, and then I can't fall back asleep because I'm stressing about money stuff with work, and I'm stressing about stressing. So
same.
Yep.
So
I feel like we're subdued today.
Uh-huh.
But that's okay. It's our 100th episode. 100. We have guests. We have Josh Gates coming in.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. He doesn't know that yet.
David Politis is coming to talk.
Oh wow.
Maura Murray's going to reveal herself on her.
Is Jimmy Hoffa gonna
I've actually thought about that in the past. I'm like, what if Maura Murray is alive and she listened to our
podcast
and she felt sorry for us because of our episode about her was a little bit of a...
And she came and ate beef burritos with us.
She came and made steak burritos with us.
Steak burritos, yeah, sorry.
But could you imagine, like, what if that happened, that she came on our podcast to say, I'm alive.
That's
I needed
mind-blowing.
a break. I know.
It's like existential.
It's very existential.
I wanted to mention real quick, first of all, thank you to all of our coffee supporters because I'm still...
shocked.
I'm still blown away. But I just wanted to remind you, because I'm not sure everybody knows this yet, if you originally signed up for just a regular monthly subscription, if you want all the extra content, you now have to cancel that subscription and re-sign up with one of the membership tiers. I think it's Simply Strange, Super Strange. Okay, I can't remember what they are now. There's 3 tiers. One is $3, one is $5, and one is $10. Why are you shaking your head at me?
I totally forgot to look up shout outs.
So I'm like, don't tell me those aren't the tiers.
No. You know more about the tiers than I do. I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff, but I'm looking at my sheet here and it says shout outs and there's nothing after it.
No.
And I'm like, crap. So new strangers, you'll get a shout out in the next episode.
We'll get better at this.
Yeah.
We're only 100 episodes.
By 200 episodes, we'll have this down to a science.
Well, anyway, I set up the tiers so that they would as closely mirror the amount of money everyone was already contributing. So it should be really simple to just cancel. And a lot of people have done it already. But you're going to miss out on like the side sessions if you don't do that because we're releasing them to the membership tiers. I'm not sure I know how to do it to other, I'm just trying to make this as less complicated as possible.
Yeah, it's the logistics of it is kind of difficult, figuring out all this stuff.
Right.
I'm glad you're taking care of it, so thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You do everything.
I get it. I do not. Hopefully you guys liked the last episode. That was the preview of the side sessions, the one about the Empire State Building.
Yep.
And
we got a lot of good feedback.
My girl, Betty Lou Oliver, with the free fall in the elevator.
So crazy.
I know. And then I think next weekend, our next side sessions should come out. Correct. Yep. Why did you just scowl at your computer?
I was just remembering that today's 9/11. It just like
I totally forgot about that too.
Okay. I mean I knew leading up to today, but I don't know, for some reason I
totally forgot about that too.
Crazy. Wow.
That's a downer now.
Ugh.
Anyway.
I can't believe it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yep.
It feels like
And like people
a couple years ago.
Like for younger people that weren't like,
they're like educating them in school now on what it was.
It's like, it is true that when something like that happens, you remember exactly where you were, because I remember exactly where I was.
Details.
So I understand now, like when Kennedy got assassinated, that people remember exactly where they were.
Yep, me too.
Because I was sitting in my chair at Radant at a company in Manitowoc. So it's just crazy.
I was working in Milwaukee, and it was a construction company, and the boss said, go buy a TV immediately, because the company was based out of New Jersey. So this was like their area,
Yikes.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Those images will stay with you forever.
Yeah, that day was just a blur.
Okay, well, moving on. I don't even know where to go from there.
Do we have any other housekeeping that we want to talk about?
How about shout outs?
Thank you to our newest listeners. You'll get. We'll do it in the next episode.
Have we had a lot of new strangers?
Not really. It's kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's okay.
We'll hang it up after this show.
Yeah.
100
Our
and
100th
done.
and final episode.
We'll do 101 and done, and that's it. But no, you guys, the new listeners, you'll get your shout out in the next episode.
Yes.
I just feel like we're both like out of sync today.
Yeah.
Like we're both weird today.
Yes. Agreed.
But that's okay.
That's what happens when we take a break.
Yeah, that is what happens.
So we have a
when take break.
package to open and an amazing taste test.
Yes.
What do you want to do first?
Let's do the package first.
Package first?
That's
okay,
from
I'll take
Taryn.
a picture of it. Yes, Taryn is based in Fond du Lac, and she has a shop. Is it an Etsy shop?
I think so. She asked if we were going to go to that Wendigo Fest in Manitowoc.
Oh yeah, we talked about it.
I probably won't. I just can't do fests and all that stuff.
But I said, what if we go like on a Friday in the middle of the day? Nobody will even be there.
Meeting Kane Hodder would be cool, because Kane Hodder was Jason in a bunch of the Friday the 13th.
That would be cool.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of like other horror movies that I've seen.
So, am I like... I'm recording a video. Ugh. I'll get my Shinola together at some point today.
Shinola.
Maybe. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm trying to take a picture
thank
of this cute watermelon.
Thank you guys for sticking with us for all these episodes. Because
Yeah, I'm not
sometimes
sure I
we don't.
would've.
Sometimes we don't understand why you do, but we love you so much for it.
I'm not sure I would have stuck around this long. Okay. I'm going to struggle to open this package. It wouldn't be an episode of
It
the
would
podcast
not be.
if I didn't struggle. Oh, jeez.
I love the wrapping paper. Oh,
I brought a knife to cut the cake.
I love the watermelon wrapping paper.
I do too. It's really cute. I hope I'm not slicing through anything important.
Yeah.
Anyway, she has a really cute shop. She sent me a knit hat.
Yes.
That I cannot wait to bust out. We're not quite in hat weather yet, but it's Wisconsin. Give it a couple weeks. It was like beautiful 70s this
I know,
week.
it's supposed to be
no
hot
humidity.
and humid today.
Yeah, 90 and humid today. And then 70s again tomorrow. Ooh, what's happening here? Oh, I see a Bigfoot.
I've seen what you're getting.
Is this who you texted me about?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a dead giveaway.
Psh, you don't know me.
We've never met. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay.
You would not be a good serial killer with it. You watching you with that knife, you would not be a
Trying
good
to like strangle
Yeah.
somebody with bubble wrap.
Yeah, you would not be a good
work
serial
out.
killer.
They'd be giving me tips on how to do it better. Woo! All right, we got a little card. Kurt and Krista, here, you read the card.
Yeah.
I'll wait to look at these. Oh, I see all kinds of stuff in here.
Says,
It's a goodie
"Hello."
bag. Hello. Are there birds
And her
on
card.
it? No. Ooh, yes, her business card. Very nice.
Ooh, it says what they are, so I'll let
Okay.
you open them first.
Lakeside Craft Studio. That's the name
It
of
says, "Hi, Kurt and Krista. Hope you're both doing well. Enclosed is a blah 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 for Krista and a blah 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 for Kurt. Hope you
Blah,
like
blah,
them.
blah. And some awesome, look at all these little stickers.
Those are so cute.
They're all like Bigfoot stickers. Oh my gosh, there's an alien riding Bigfoot's shoulders. That might be the best one.
That's awesome.
I have to take pictures of all of this. Look at this one's got a big mug of beer.
That is awesome.
I like this one. Look at going camping. Okay, I'll take a picture of all those. So which is this?
A keychain is mine.
Okay, and then necklace. See, I knew.
This is so cute.
I cannot wait to open this.
Thank you so much, Taryn.
Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. It's a necklace that has
Yes.
like green.
Yes,
green,
she
which
wanted.
is my
she wanted
favorite
it, yes,
color.
but she wanted it to look like trees. She wanted to like look at this.
That is so cool.
My keychain has a little
Oh my
Bigfoot
gosh.
on it and some plastic trees.
Oh, I love it.
This is so awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Taryn.
Here, can you put that over here so
Yes.
I can take a picture? Oh my God, these are amazing.
Thank you so much,
They're
Taryn.
so cool. People just blow me away. Oh. That is so cool. What a clever idea.
I know. I love this.
I do too. I
This
can't
is
wait to
so
wear this.
cute. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, let me get a picture of all the stickers. Oh, people.
Thank you.
These are all going on various whiteboards that we have to put up yet.
I love this keychain.
I love this necklace. Come on. And the little cards going up too. Okay.
Thank you, Taryn.
Yes, thank you so much. People make stuff for us. Come on. Like the taste test we're about to try.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. We got to set up a camera.
We'll be right
And
back.
You got to sit there.
I'll be right back.
I'm cutting the cake. Okay. maybe
She's
I'll
cutting the
leave-
cake.
Not to be confused with cutting the cheese.
Please don't cut the cheese down here.
So,
It's
This
it
is from
better
Kayla.
not be pickle flavored.
no, this is from Kayla. She's a coworker of mine and I think a longtime stranger.
Kayla, we love you.
And she said
She's
that
awesome.
she put this flavor profile together based on things we've said in episodes
Really?
of stuff we like.
That's interesting.
And she said her cousin or sister, I think, maybe her sister, used this recipe in a contest. Ooh.
Thank you.
I'm gonna turn it on its side. Oh,
It looks like pickle.
so
It looks
good.
like pickle.
It kind of does.
Oh.
Used this recipe in a contest and it got third place. And the only reason it got third place is because it has a strange ingredient in it.
Pecans?
I don't know. God, I hope not. And also because the recipe uses a blender instead of a mixer.
Got a strange
see
ingredient. I
fruit.
wonder if there are pickles in here. Maybe there's like ground pickles.
Okay, ready?
I am.
Hey, here I am. Okay, let me get a picture of the. Oh, it's so pretty.
It is super pretty.
Green and it looks like.
Berry.
Yeah, that's what I see are berries. Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do this.
Are you?
I am.
I'm excited.
Okay. It's so like moist. I taste strawberries
Yes.
for sure.
Oh, I can't.
Do you taste pickle? I can't really tell. I don't know. The green is throwing me off.
There's like
The frosting is amazing.
I can't like specify any specific flavor, but it's really
Except the strawberry.
it
Strawberry
melts
really
together
stands out.
really
Mhm.
good.
Oh. Wow. It's so
Oh my
moist.
God. That is. That is like the moistest cake I've ever had.
You have to take some of that home.
Oh my God.
Actually, I'll put some in a container and you can take the box home. Wow, Kayla. Seriously.
This is so
This
good.
is amazing. I can't pinpoint what the other flavor
I
is.
can't either, but it's.
I'm going to eat this whole piece, though, just to figure it out.
Oh, I'm just going to eat the whole piece to eat the whole piece. This is seriously delicious.
Should we look at the email?
Yes. Oh my God.
Wow. I'm in cake heaven right now. I love cake.
There is something in there that I can't put my finger on.
I know. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so cake. Don't read until after you taste it. From Kayla. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the cake or at least had fun guessing the flavor. Oh, we're enjoying it.
It is so good.
It was a spinach cake made in blender instead of normal mixer. My little sister took the recipe to a culinary competition at LTC a few years back and took third. The judges said it would have ranked higher, but it was just too strange of a flavor and method. They don't know what they're talking
How
about.
was it a strange flavor? It's
I don't know.
perfect.
It's amazing.
I never would have guessed
We're
spinach.
getting our greens, Kurt.
I never would have guessed spinach.
Anyhow, congrats on reaching 100
Oh my God.
episodes.
It's so good.
I'm so grateful that Krista got her promotion a few years back and decided to include this podcast in the announcement. Oh,
Did you?
I did. That's how she learned about it. I love how you guys shout out to new strangers
Most of the time.
and when we remember, and how the Strangers Facebook group feels like getting together with friends. The
Oh my
episodes
God.
with listener stories and your personal experiences are definitely my favorite, along with the Ouija board episode. Love you guys. Congrats on 100 and can't wait to listen to more.
Thank you so
This
much.
is so amazing.
This is so good.
The fact that she like had planned this and we had to coordinate like a pickup time and
We truly love you. So thank you so much. This is so good. I never would have thought spinach.
No. So I feel pretty good about
Healthy?
getting spinach in the morning.
In cake form. This is delicious. Like, this is seriously like one of the best cakes I think I've ever
maybe that's
had.
why it's so moist. Spinach has like a lot of water in it. That's where the green color comes from.
Oh,
With the strawberries, it's like such a perfect pairing.
this might be the best cake I've ever had. Seriously, this is amazing. Yum.
I don't like sugary, sickly sweet frosting.
This isn't.
And this is perfect.
This is like a perfect cake.
Jim he really has to try this.
Yeah, because I want to see
not
if
right
I want to
now,
see if he
but-
can figure out what the flavor is.
We're almost done. Don't worry, we're almost done. Pretty and tasty.
And the spinach offsets my sausage egg biscuit I had from McDonald's this morning. This is so
I'm
good.
blown away by that. That is amazing.
I will gladly take some of that home.
Yes, you will. Like half of that cake. Dang, we are spoiled.
We are spoiled. Oh,
I feel like Popeye now. I'm ready to
I was gonna say
ready to get this podcast done.
spinach cake and coffee at 7 o'clock in the morning. You can't go wrong.
I'll drink that water that I've had down here for months.
Where did you guys arrange to meet?
Festival
Oh, it's like almost like a drug deal.
in the parking lot at
Yeah, it's
Festival.
like a drug
This
deal.
is as good as a drug. I mean,
It is.
wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
it's so
amazing. It really is amazing.
good.
Well,
Oh,
thank you so much, Kayla.
thank you,
Seriously.
Kayla. Oh my God.
I think this might be one of the best taste tests we've ever
it
had.
really is.
Oh, I'm giving it a 20.
Easily.
Wow.
I think that was the best cake I've ever had, and
It
I
truly
never,
was.
never thought I would eat spinach in a cake.
I know.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So clever. All right. I'm going to hit stop on the video.
Is she married? Because I would marry her just for that cake.
I don't think so.
Start recording.
Okay, here comes Jim. I am recording. I never stop.
Jim, you got to try this cake, buddy.
Yep.
Want to say
And you
something
may
to
or
it?
may
Want to
not
say
be on the
something?
episode.
Want to say something for our 100th episode?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll
We'll tell you after you
eat
see
it.
if you can guess, because we did not guess. Our guess was actually pickle, something picklish.
Can you tell what color that is?
It is delicious.
That is one of the flavors. Isn't that
would-
amazing?
I would not have guessed.
Can you tell what color? He's colorblind. What color does it look like to you?
Is it green?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
green. Do you pick up the fruit?
Yeah, it's like almost amaretto-y or something like
Yeah, see, because I was getting like something amaretto-ish, like
So strawberries is the fruit. So the secret ingredient is spinach.
right. It's good though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's yours. You take that. Do you want to take Kurt's plate? I'm sending half of it home with Kurt. in
We
the
said we
box.
felt okay eating spinach for breakfast
Yeah.
in cake form.
We got our
Yeah.
greens. We got our dark leafy greens in. So
Exactly.
Look at this. Somebody made me a necklace.
And made me a keychain.
I just tasted the spinach.
Oh, did you really? I still haven't tasted it.
Yeah. Glad
All
you approve of the cake.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Delicious.
Thanks, babe.
You guys have some talented listeners.
I know,
We
right?
do.
We do have talented
I wish we
listeners.
had talent ourselves for something. Thank you.
I guess we release a podcast every other week.
That was Jim.
I lost the cap of my.
Oh, before I forget, I know I posted it in the group last night, but we are going to start mixing up our logo a little bit. And we are going to be using with this episode the one that my awesome nephew Asher made for us.
It is a really cool.
It is really
episode.
cool, and we actually got lots of good comments already on Facebook about that from our
I'll
listeners.
start using it on the Instagram.
Okay.
Too. Cool. All right. Wow. Whew. That was delicioso. I don't think
Is
that's
that
a
it?
word, but
Is that it? Do we just move on to our
that's
stuff?
it. Yeah,
All right. Speaking of Asher, my nephew, should we play Corey's voicemail?
yes.
This, you guys know him. You guys love him. He is very
regular.
Yeah, he is a regular, and everybody seems to love the episodes he is on. And
Including me.
He may be on later this season.
He better be.
Way later this season.
He better be.
That's a little hint.
That's a mild threat.
That's a mild threat and a hint. But he has been on several episodes, and everybody loves his episodes. And this is a voicemail that he left along with my nephew Asher, who made our new logo, and my niece Grayson.
Hey, Kurt and Krista, it's Corey. Just wanted to wish you guys nice congratulations on the 100 episodes. I remember when Kurt was a guest on the third or fourth episode of Paranormal Palaver and thought you did a good job. Never in a million years did I think that you guys would be doing your own podcast, let alone getting past the 50 mark and hitting the 100 podcast. So again, just want to let you guys know that we appreciate everything you do. Keep doing what you're doing, and congratulations. Here, Asher would like to say something.
Congratulations on hitting 100 episodes. Grayson would like to say something as well.
Hi, congratulations on your 100th episode. I am so proud of you both.
All right, you guys, congrats, good luck, and can't wait till we hit 200. Thanks. Bye.
That
I know.
was so sweet. It almost got me a little bit clamped.
It did. When I listened to it yesterday, I
Oh,
cried. So
the
I
kids
tried.
get me. Oh my gosh.
I held it together today, okay? Got a little teary.
Wow.
But thank you guys so much.
That was really
love
sweet.
all three of
Yes,
you guys.
we
So
love you
thank you
guys.
so much.
Yes,
That means the world to us.
It really does.
Maybe future episodes will have Asher and Grace.
That'd be so fun.
You never know.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Love you, and just thank you for everything.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
really sweet.
We have I'm a little teary.
You are.
We have a email from listener Melissa, who has been with us. She's a very good friend of my internet friend. I've never met her in person, but she's been with us from the beginning. So she sent us an email saying, "Hi, Kurt and Krista. I just wanted to say how much I love the podcast and how great it's been to see you grow over the years. You keep saying that someday you'll, quote, get better at this.
I think we just said it this
But
morning.
I've been around since the first episode, and you've come a long way. You don't build a community like this by being awful. Also, let me know if you ever want to try looking for Bigfoot in Washington." Krista's probably down
Heck
with
yeah.
that. And then she puts in parentheses, I laughed at this. "When I entered your email, I accidentally typed X's instead of the double S's. That would have gone to a very different place. Stay strange, Melissa."
That's another sad session.
That's another side session.
Well, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa. Love you. Thank you so much for listening from the first episode on, because she was one of our very first
She's a longtime
listeners.
stranger.
So thank you.
We have a lot of invitations to go Bigfoot hunting with people in the Pacific Northwest. I love it.
I need to come up with some way to get energy to go do some of this stuff.
Right?
Like you guys with
We'll
your
start roiding.
Is
that what it's called?
Yeah, like you guys with your overnight. But we'll talk about your
Yeah,
investigation
we'll get to that
at
in
a
another
side
episode.
session.
Yep.
This next one is from Brad from Killin' Missin' Hidden. He starts it off with an email saying, "Hey guys, I've attached a brief little toast for your 100th episode.
Is that the voicemail?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's possible for you all to listen to it live, that would be awesome, because I'd love to catch your natural reaction to my joke at the end. But you do what you need to do for the podcast."
Or it's not a voicemail. He attached an MP3.
Yes.
Okay.
There's, of course, no cursing or calling out demon names or anything like that. And I edited it so it doesn't sound like trash, so I don't think you guys would be upset with any part of my thing. Congrats for reaching 100. So happy I've been a member of this fan base for so long. Love you too, Brad.
We love you too, Brad.
That is so sweet. Thank you, Brad. And we are going to play your message right now.
Krista, Kurt, it's your old buddy Brad from the Killin' Missin' Hidden podcast. I just wanted to say how proud I am of y'all for reaching such a huge milestone. Now we as fans just get to sit back and wait for episode 200, 250, 500. Thank goodness Kurt is so confident that y'all will never run out of things to talk about. Now I could and likely am to ramble on for a bit, but I'm going to do my best to avoid that. I know you guys hear it a lot, but the one thing you two do better than anyone else in the business, in my opinion, is making your show more than a show. I mean, I run a show, so any buffoon can do it, but you two lead like this community. You know, I have listeners. Y'all have made friends with so many people through what's essentially a one-way medium. It's so impressive to see how well y'all can connect with your audience. And, you know, I'm envious as heck about that. I may have mentioned this before, but you two were the first podcast I found on my own that I really enjoyed. And it all came through a random recommendation made by somebody on Reddit. So I've been rolling with y'all since the Mora Mori enchilada episode forward, if my memory serves. Now, since Krista and Kurt don't like to toot their own horn, I'm going to do it for them. If you're a listener, support the Strange Sessions, okay? All you need to do, leave them a 5-star review. Share the show with your buddies. Recommend them on social media. Hack into your coworkers' phones and force them to subscribe. Or, join up on their coffee. Even something as small as clicking those 5 stars or making one recommendation on Reddit can have a massive impact. I know it sounds like hyperbole, but it's actually kind of true, and that's how shows like ours grow. All right, well, I hope this praise has lasted just long enough to distract Kurt and Krista for my crew to steal Kurt's slicky podcasting boxers. If we succeed, look for them on eBay in the next few days. They will not be cheap. Krista, Kurt, I really do love you too, and I adore your show. I wish you nothing but happy trails ahead. Y'all are the best. Brad out.
Oh,
Thank you so much,
Brad.
Brad. We laughed
Oh my God.
very hard during a lot of that.
I want a cut of Kurt's podcasting underwear revenue.
I am never getting rid of these. These are what got us through these first 100 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
So
He's right. I never even think to ask anyone to give us a rating.
It's funny because
or
I
share
listen to Sofa King podcast, Brad's, I listen to Brian's, and a lot of those people say that. And then when I hear
Never
that,
even
I'm
occurs to
always
me.
like, we just never do that.
No, I think we did it at the beginning. We
Yeah.
might have said, please rate us,
Yeah,
review
but
us.
we just don't anymore.
We don't even look at that stuff.
No.
Thanks, Brad.
So thank you
Thanks for promoting us.
Thank
and
you
for
so
the-
much, Brad. Thank you for the awesome
The
toast.
kind words.
Yes,
It
Kristen.
is, we did create a community, and that is like,
Yeah,
it blows me
it
away.
still boggles our mind.
It just sort of happened organically, and I don't know. I'm so grateful.
Listening to
every
that,
day.
Krista and I alternated between laughing and going, "Oh, we
Yeah,
love you,"
like tearing up a little.
Thank you so
Oh,
much,
thank
Brad,
you.
and we're so glad that we were some inspiration for you to start your awesome podcast
Yeah.
that is doing so good.
Such
so
a
thank
huge
you.
compliment.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Brad. We love you.
I was saying to Kurt when we weren't recording, in between putting these voice toasts and voicemails on here, that if we are ever having a bad day and feeling low, we just need to listen to this episode
We
because
do.
wow. I don't
But
know.
I feel like that's something you and I don't take. I mean, we take it okay, but I think it's hard for you and I to take a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
Because
I can deflect a compliment like
so
a
can I.
a ninja.
So
like
can
Chuck
I.
Norris. I'm Chuck
So
Norris at that.
You have more Chuck Norris.
More Chuck
Well,
Norris.
that was before we were recording when we
Yeah.
were doing the Chuck
We were
Norris
talking
stuff.
about Chuck
we were
Norris.
yeah. But no, thank you so much, Brad. We
Yeah.
love you so much. So
Amazing.
thank you. We're going to go on to a question. We got a couple questions from listeners. I had a couple friends that told me in person what they wanted us to answer, but we have 5 of them, so we should hopefully have time for them. But the first one, and I have a benefit where I've thought about these.
Oh, sure.
First. So the first one, I still don't know what
You
I'm
have
going
an unfair advantage.
I don't know what I'm going to say because I've loved her from the start. She's been one of my best friends. But is number one, what has doing the podcast together made you realize or appreciate about the other person? I mean, I'll go first.
Okay.
I already, you know that I love you to death.
Well, yeah.
You're one of my very best friends, and there's nothing about you that I came to be like, oh, she's okay that way. But the thing that I appreciate, and I've been thinking about this, what to answer for this, because I already loved and appreciated everything about you, but is the fact that so many people that do this, like I've had podcasts that I listened to that I loved, and then all of a sudden they're gone. So then I kind of find out what happens, but it's so easy for one of the people doing this to kind of get sick of it or to kind of like to start to flake on the other person. And you and I don't do that. We are still the same as we were at the beginning, where it's not like, oh, I got to do the podcast.
No.
And it, like I've said in other episodes, like if I tell Krista I'm going to be at your place at 7:00 Saturday morning, and I don't talk to her the days before, she knows I'm going to be here at 7:00. She knows I'm not going to flake on her.
Right. Yeah.
And it's exactly
No
the same with
question.
Krista, where I trust her. Like if she says she's going to do
Yep.
something, she's going to do it. And
Yeah.
neither of us are slacking on the podcast, and neither of us are flaking on it. Because like if all of a sudden one of us was like, I'm not that much into it anymore, it would be done. You know, because I don't think either of us is going to do this without the other one.
Never.
So
Nope.
I just appreciate her sticking with this like she has, because it's not easy. It's not. You know, it's kind of a lot of work.
It
'cause
is.
You have to.
Especially now that we're taking on like stuff involving
Yeah,
payments.
Yeah,
And
but neither of us have ever been like, I'm getting kind of sick of it. Because it's just, and she's always up for it. So I really appreciate that she's never flaked on it, I guess.
So, and you know what I want to say about that is I think people get into podcasting for the wrong reasons. I think from day one, they're like, we're going to make it big. We're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of followers. We do this because we love doing it.
Yeah.
We do this because we love spending time together.
Yeah.
We love the topics.
And we love our listeners.
We love
I mean,
our listeners.
it's we say it all the time, but they're literally our friends.
Yes. And
You
they
know,
make all this so worthwhile.
And it's funny because they're like Jeremy, Dash, all these people that have been with us since almost the beginning. Like we've never met, but they're in my head like constantly. Like I have like them, like I know them, but I don't know them. So it's just weird that these people are like so close to us, but we've never met them.
Right. Which is cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I appreciate, aside from all those things that you just said, because I 100% mirror all of that. I mean, I love you. We're such good friends, and we're always going to be. We've been friends for over 15 years now, which is crazy.
Yep.
But I personally appreciate all of the hard work that you put into this podcast. You do so much research, and the way that you organize the topics is impressive to me. Like when it's my turn to do a mini mystery, I feel like, the sixth grader who's trying to put a book report together. I'm just barely get it together. And I don't know. You and Corey are very similar that way.
Yeah.
The research is impressive, and the way you organize the topic is just flawless.
Well,
and
thank you.
I appreciate all that work
Thank
that you
you.
put into it.
Thank you. It's nice because, like I said, my sleep schedule, it's all like almost because of my sleep schedule where I'm up.
You're up so early.
You know, this week it was like 2:00 in the morning. I've been dealing with stress stuff and whatnot. And, I'm up at 2 and then I'm playing games on my phone until 3:30 or so. And then I get up and it's like, what am I going to do from even when I'm up at 4:30, what am I going to do until like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? Otherwise I would sit on my butt and play video games, which is fun.
Yeah, totally.
But this is, and to be honest with you, and we'll probably get to that in a later question, but, like things are weird for me. Like I'm not in a good place and I haven't been in a couple years, but this keeps me grounded, I think. So this is like also kind of therapeutic for me.
Something you can count on.
It's something I can count on, and
we can spend time together.
Yes,
yeah.
And that's the thing is that, I've just talked about this with somebody that last couple of years I'm not pushing people away, but I'm avoiding doing stuff with people where you're guaranteed I'll see you every 2 weeks, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because,
because we won't flake on each other.
Yeah, you're kind of one of my anchors. Like I kind of need you. So,
Aw.
well, it's true.
Well, I need you too.
But well, thank you. So
a
yeah, so
mutual
that's the
admiration
podcast
society.
is like beneficial.
Yeah.
And I love researching it. I love looking up some of this crazy stuff, and I love that we're doing the side sessions now, where if there's something that I'm like, oh, this is cool, I never knew it. Like we're recording one right after this. The file name for that one is going to be Jungle.
Jungle. I love these little teasers you give
and
because I have no idea what it's about.
It's a different one because it's kind of a love story. So yeah,
Ooh.
it's gonna be it. But it's one of these things that I just saw like a paragraph about, and I'm like, this is really cool. So I'm gonna look into it. So I love it. It keeps my mind occupied. I feel like it gives me a purpose. So I do enjoy doing the research. I appreciate everything you do with like now the financial stuff because that when I start thinking about that, I blank out because that's not my cup of tea.
Me either, but
But you're doing it.
But I'm doing it because I don't know, people want to show their appreciation, and man, I'm just grateful that
I
they
know,
do.
but for so long we didn't want them to give us any money
I
because we
know.
weren't doing this for that.
But so people know, I am looking at getting a nicer laptop for podcasting because the one I'm using has no memory on it.
no, it's got
and
32 gigabytes of memory.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
just, like,
which
really
that
hard.
flash drive that you have our stuff on is more than what's
my
on your
gosh.
computer.
Yeah, I wonder
These
why
were
I
like
struggle.
these are like the $100 specials somewhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
both of
Walmart.
our
I got this at
computers,
Walmart.
both of our computers are not the greatest. So this money that we're getting is going to go towards.
Yeah, we're gonna reinvest in the podcast so that we can keep doing what we
Yes.
do, but better.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah,
I did buy
hopefully.
the camera that we're doing our taste test videos with money that we got
Yes.
through donations. So thank you guys so much.
So yeah, that was a good question, I thought.
Yeah.
This next one is a email, and this one you and I know, and this one is just like so sweet. This is from a new listener in Buenos Aires. You know this one because we talked about this.
Okay. Oh yes.
He
Okay.
writes, "Hi, my name is Alejandro, and I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I love the podcast and how nice and sincere you guys are. Being from a Spanish-speaking country, I love your accent, which is really pleasant. Thank you. I just don't.
Yeah.
Usually don't get pleasant when people talk about our
get
accent.
Annoying.
The taste test is always really funny, and I've discovered so many bands that I didn't know before thanks to the two of you. Really cool. I started listening to the podcast since season 2, episode 9, which was Detloff Pass. And the memory of my first episode is really strong because I've been building my house since that time, and you guys have been accompanying me through the whole process. And sometimes certain parts of the house have the memory of what episode I was listening to, and the ceiling of my house reminds me of that first episode.
That's
I think
amazing.
that's so cool. I think that's so cool. Also, and more importantly, when my sister had 2 surgeries to remove ovarian cancer, you kept me company during those days. I watched her slowly get better, thankfully, and found solace in your voices. Get teary again. Urgh. I wish I could give you my support through coffee or send you some of the Argentinian sweets like alfajores to taste test, but the Argentinian economy is known for its instability and the exchange rate is insane right now, and I know that. But I always talk about you guys to my friends and family, and some of them have started to listen to the podcast.
Aww.
Thank you so much. It is really difficult to express how much happiness you guys have brought into my life. So from one side of the continent to the other, I send you a warm hug and best wishes for more success and many more episodes to come.
Oh,
So that's so sweet.
that is so sweet.
So then I emailed him back. Coffee.
Cold coffee by now.
I love cold coffee. I emailed him back, and he said, "What a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting a reply, and it made me so happy to receive one." We always love that people are like surprised when
I
we
know.
write back. You know,
we're so busy with
Yeah.
our celebrity lives.
Yeah.
We can't respond to people.
like I'm not laying on the couch in my underwear with a bag of Cheetos on my chest watching TV. It's like, I suppose I could take time out of my busy schedule to, but yeah. So we don't really live a celebrity lifestyle.
No, I don't want to.
Thank you both, Krista and you, for your kind words. 2019 was such a rough year for my sister and me. She was anemic from blood loss, but despite that, the first surgery went well. So the shocking news that in one of the routine echographies, they found metastasis in the other ovary was horrible. But she was so brave, and with love and support, everything went well. And we're so happy for that and so thankful for that.
Wow.
And building houses here is a lot different from what I usually see in America. Here it is all brick and mortar. And the idea that an office clerk that never built a wall or anything of the sort was funny, but I'm 40 years old and couldn't keep renting apartments in this economy, so I decided to use the money that I had to build a home. I think that's so cool.
It is.
Totally proud of you for that,
Yeah,
because
that's
an
amazing.
undertaking.
I can't even imagine.
No. I learn and keep learning so much during this process that despite the long hours and no weekends, I still keep a positive attitude. And I know that you have had such a difficult time with work and with going back to the school, but you talk with so much warmth and happiness about the students that I am so happy to hear that you're going back. Someday I am going to send you a box of Argentinian sweets to taste test. I will find a way. And if you start to make a Strange Countries episode, which I think we're going to probably end up doing at some point.
Eventually, yeah.
I could send you research info on Argentinian cryptids. There are plenty, like the low-rent Loch Ness monster called not going to be able to pronounce that. Naluto. The Lobizan witch is our version of the Wolfman. It is supposed to be the 7th son in a family. The tradition dictates that the president of the country should be his godfather during the baptism.
Wow.
It's weird.
That's
The
interesting.
Pombero and the Paborito. Ito is used for the diminutive of the word, which began the legends of the Duendes or elf with his feet pointing backwards. That's creepy
That's
and
super
weird.
creepy and confusing.
The Ukumar that I know Krista would love because it's our version of Bigfoot and many others that come from the original settlers of our land. Again, thank you so much for the both of you for being so awesome and so kind. Big love and hugs from the south of the world, Alejandro.
Oh,
Thank you
that's
so
sweet.
much.
I
Thank
think,
you so much.
I mean, besides his sister beating cancer, I think I love that every room in his house reminds him of an
Yeah.
episode. That is just like,
yeah,
can't even
and
put
that's
that into
still
words.
something that, you and I think about, that how much we belittle the podcast and talk about it being a little dinky podcast, but it affects people, and it's going to stay with them.
Yeah.
And that's something that's hard to think about, because then I get kind of freaked out
I
about it.
know.
But
It's
we
a
just
lot of pressure, but
we just love that people have these memories of us.
yeah, that we brighten their day somehow.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Alejandro. We're
Yes,
so
thank
glad you
you.
found us. So glad your sister's doing well, and so happy about
You
your
should
house.
send us a photo of that house. When
Yes,
it's
because
done.
when it's done, we would like to see it.
Yes, and we might come stay.
Yes, exactly. Krista wants to see that elf with his feet backwards.
Yeah, I do. I really do. No, I don't actually. That sounds terrifying.
It sounds creepy. We have another email from longtime listener Jeremy.
What's up, Jeremy?
Oh, this is a voicemail, not an email.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Krista. Jeremy from Pittsburgh. I just wanted to say congrats on the 100th episode. Thank you for putting all the time and effort you guys put into just entertaining all of us on a weekly basis. So just want to say thank you. I'll talk to you sometime. Bye.
Thank
Well,
you so
thanks,
much,
Jeremy.
Jeremy, you've been with us since I think almost the very start.
I think so too.
And you're one of those people that are truly a friend. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for everything. Seriously, thank you for sticking with us through thick and thin. Mostly thick. I don't know if it's thin or thin.
I don't know which one
it's
is the
thick or
bad
thin or
one.
bad.
I
But
don't
think
know.
we're mostly that.
Thanks for being there for both of them.
Yes, thank you for being there for both of them.
Yes.
But seriously, thank you so much for being there
Yeah.
so long.
Very sweet.
Sticking with us. So
Yeah.
we love you. So thank you so much. Should we do another question?
Sure.
Second question. I know. It's been asked before, but damn it, it's the 100th episode. What was each of your favorite episodes and each of your least favorite episodes? My favorite episode is probably, I want to say the Beth Sphere because that's my favorite story, but I remember you and I both had colds during that episode, and I feel like we were nasally.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like we were nasally and
Okay.
off on that one. But I love that one. I like the Captain Coochie's key lime pie because I didn't expect that to be kind of like a running meme with us, but it kind of is.
It is. I just recently saw a joke about that on our Strangers page.
Yeah, so I like that one. But to be honest with you, I love like ones like this where this is like
Conversational.
but it's also like a celebration that we did this, that we made it this far.
Yeah.
We love the listener stories. Ones are always good.
Always. Missing 411 episodes
Missing
are
40,
always
yeah.
good.
Like I would have a hard time picking a favorite, and I would probably just say Beth's Sphere because that's my favorite story. My favorite weird paranormal. Like I said, I love that crazy little silver ball. I want to hug it.
So what's your least favorite?
My least favorite is actually the Sky Sounds episode because that's the one where I was going through a lot of stuff. I think that's when I lost my job and I didn't know what I was going to do. And that's the one that I put off doing. Remember, I started it.
Was Jim on that episode? Yes, he was. The Sky Sounds.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but that's not why it's my least favorite. No, love you, Jim. No, it's because that's the one that I was going through really bad time and I stopped researching that one and went back to it. But
Okay,
I
I
always
remember
have bad memories tied with that one because that was just like
the time in your life.
just the time in my life. So that's why that's probably my least favorite one. The Bermuda Triangle one always nags at me because I feel like I could have done better on that one. And I don't know why that is because people said it was good.
Yeah.
But that one always bothers me.
I just feel like there wasn't much.
Yeah.
There wasn't as much
but for
to it
some
as we
reason that's
thought.
always nags me in the back of my head that's like a
Well, we
one
know
that-
what one nags me in the back of my head. So
Yes, yeah, but it shouldn't because it's become like
yeah,
a
what
thing.
we're
It's
known
become
for.
a meme, like
yeah.
what we're known for. So it's actually awesome. So what is your least favorite episode? We'll start
I'm
with
gonna
that.
start with that. It's the Maura Murray episode because I just feel like I botched it. I mean, the comments that we got on, was it YouTube maybe? Just people tore me a new one. Just like how terrible it was and inaccurate it was. And oh my God, did this person even do any research? I did. I also got a recipe to boot. So
So you got a twofer.
yeah, it was a 2-for-1. Yeah, just, that one. Although it has apparently made us that much more endearing. So I guess I'll
So-
take it.
Yeah, for future people doing a podcast, like just botch one of your first episodes, and then later in the future, it'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be what people make jokes about
Exactly.
from a lovingly, whatever. My favorite episode is our EVP episode, I think. As much
Really?
as I love the Bigfoot topics and as much as I love Missing 411, the EVP episode is like a trip down memory lane. Of all of our investigations
Yes.
and time that we've spent sitting in dark rooms together, and I love EVPs in general. So being able to revisit some of that is really fun.
And it's funny you say that because our next episode might be
know.
EVP Part 2.
Because Kurt and I were like reviewing. I
Yeah,
think the last time we
when
recorded, we just sat here and listened to a bunch
Yeah,
of
because we were
EVPs.
waiting for something to get done. So we
Yeah.
were listening to a bunch of and we're like, we should have played this
Why
one.
didn't
This
we
one's
play this
actually
one? That's
cool.
amazing.
And it's like, maybe we should do another EVP.
Totally.
Oh, what I was going to tell you this morning. Remember, I
Oh,
told
yeah,
you something weird happened.
Yeah. Nice segue.
Two things weird happened, actually. Like, the second one isn't, like, paranormal, but I can't figure it out. But the first one, I grabbed my computer bag and my stuff, and I left my apartment, I want to say 5:30. It was still dark. So I left my apartment, and I walked out the back door to my garage, and I had just lifted my garage door, and all of a sudden behind me, I heard a very obvious woman, like startled.
Like
startled,
that?
yes.
Yeah, like you
and my
scared
first
her
thought
by
was that
opening
there
the
was
garage
somebody
door?
like maybe taking out the garbage
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
So I turned around to say sorry, and there's nobody anywhere.
Oh, weird.
And it was directly behind me, and it wasn't like some weird sound. It was
Give
the
me the
sound. It was the
heebie-jeebies.
sound of a woman going.
Yeah, like you
startled.
scared her.
Yes, the voice. It was I can tell you.
You
I
can
could,
tell.
I could hear the voice in my head. It was a voice, and I turned. Nobody was there, and I'm like, "Is there somebody in my garage that I startled?" And I said, "The door is locked. There couldn't be anybody in here."
So
I
you each have individual garages?
yes, so I
Okay.
turned on my light, and there's like nobody around anywhere. But it was very much the sound of a
You
woman
all
being
creeped
startled.
out then?
Yeah, I was. And then I'm driving down Waldo Boulevard in Manitowoc,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like no cars around. So I go past. It used to be Holy Innocents. Now I think it's around Collie Elementary School.
Okay. What
And
was
there's
it called?
Huh?
Holy Innocence?
Holy Innocents. That was the
Oh.
name of our church.
Weird.
Why is that
I
weird?
don't know. It just sounds weird.
Everybody, like all the other schools, would call it Holy Idiots. That was like everybody's nickname for it, but it was Holy Innocents.
It sounds like a horror movie.
But there's a side street down, like, the path goes past the church or the school that
Okay.
nobody ever really uses. So I'm driving, and there's a car there, and it does the. Whoop.
I didn't know what that was.
Krista.
Is it like, oh, that was so weird. Kurt just
That's
hit
because you're all
his-
freaked out because
I
of
know.
the voice thing.
Kurt just hit the arm that holds his microphone, but
But,
the spring it freaked me out.
There's usually nobody at that intersection, but I'm going past it, and there's a car, and it does the thing that always pisses me off, where even though I'm in the left lane and there's nobody behind me, it turns like right when I'm there.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
it
right.
waits
Yes.
until yeah.
But it turns like, and it could have waited until I passed, but
Totally.
it turns like when I'm right there, and it always worries me that they're going to veer over.
Right, yeah.
So I was annoyed, and
sort
I
of
looked.
merging
Yeah,
next
so
to you.
I looked, and it was somebody in like a old style convertible car or with the top down, and I'm like, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's kind of weird that this person's this
kind of chilly
older
too.
guy. Yeah, this older guy. So then he's alongside me, and I feel like he wants to get in behind me and turn the way that I'm turning. So I step on my gas a little bit to get ahead. And then I'm looking in my mirror thinking he's going to go behind me. And he doesn't. And I turn around and there's nobody there. And I have no idea where this car went, because unless it turned into one of those driveways
But-
that are
But
on
didn't
the,
he just merge from weird?
yeah. Unless he was coming around the road to turn into a driveway, but I looked and I couldn't see a car's lights. I couldn't see anything behind me, so it was
'Cause
like
it was
this,
dark out, right?
Yeah, so it was like this car turned and then was just gone.
That's weird.
So it was like a weird morning. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because I was already kind of weirdly on edge because of
Yeah.
the voice I heard
Maybe
behind
that
me.
wouldn't have seemed weird to you if you hadn't had the garage.
But it was weird that he had
incident.
his top down and all
That
this
is weird.
stuff, and it was just like seemed out of place. And then it
Mhm.
was weird that I pulled ahead, waited for him to come behind me,
And then
so
he
he
was
had room to
gone.
go behind me. And then he didn't. I turned around and looked, and there's like no cars anywhere around me.
It's weird.
So I don't know. It was just a weird morning.
That is weird.
Anyway, next email from a listener is from Anna. She writes, "Hi, Kurt and Krista. I found you guys through the pod festival you guys were a part of, and I'm so glad that I did. I'm so
Nice.
glad we did that.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Brad, so much for organizing that. I've been binging every episode since, and I'm almost caught up. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for what you do. The format of your show really does make you feel like you're chatting with friends, which helps me so much because my job can be very stressful sometimes. I listen every day at work, and it's nice to know I have something to calm me down, and I feel like I'm just hanging out with a couple of friends instead. You guys are awesome. I can't wait for the 100th episode because it comes out on my birthday. Happy birthday. Talk about a great present. I can't wait for the next Listener Stories episode. That's going to be coming. We're going to actually have 2 Listener Stories episodes this season because we're going to
We
do
have
one
so
in the
many.
near
We
future.
already have
Yes.
some backlog
Yeah, we
stuff.
do. Because I have a few things I've been dying to talk about. Thank you guys for all that you do, and congratulations." And then she writes, "P.S. I am a stranger. I just use a fake name on it because I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I made one just to join. Love,
Aw,
Anna."
I love it.
Thank you so much, and happy
Happy
birthday. We wish we could each give you a hug
Yep.
today. So happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day.
And that's our favorite compliment, as always,
That
that
is.
people feel like they're hanging out with friends when they listen
But
to
you know,
us.
when we were, I don't remember what we were doing, but we weren't recording for a second, and Krista and I were talking about that. We were talking about listeners that aren't on the strangers or don't contact us
that are out there that we
that
know
are out
nothing
there
about.
that we don't realize that maybe we make a difference in their day. Maybe we help them. It's just it's like overwhelming sometimes to think about.
It really is.
But I get it. Like I have podcasts that when I'm down, I listen to that cheer me up.
And you would never like send them
an
an email,
no,
right?
I'm not on their Facebook group or anything like that. It's just a thing I do. So to all of our listeners out there that we don't know, that we help you through stuff, just thank you for letting us help you.
It's an honor.
So yeah, it is an honor. So we're so glad that we make some kind of difference in your life.
Well, thanks for the email, Anna.
Yes, thank you so much, Anna.
Hey,
Happy
funny
birthday.
side note. Brad is doing this thing on Instagram right now where he's encouraging podcasts to post a picture that like sums up their podcast in a photo, and his is a guy in a business suit walking down the street picking his nose. I was going to post a picture of a dumpster fire. Because that's the most reference we ever use for our shows. Like a dumpster
we're
fire.
not that bad though. Like
No.
I've said in other episodes. Sometimes
I've heard some other really crappy
Sometimes I
podcasts.
listen to podcasts, but when I'm researching a topic, when I'm driving around, and that some of these, like I said, it sounds.
You can't even listen to
No,
them.
it sounds like they recorded it on like an old flip phone from the 90s across the room, and one person is right by it and the other person's across the room
great.
from them, and it sounds horrible. And I
Yeah.
hate saying that because at least they're trying.
Those are actual dumpster fires.
Yeah, we're like a
We're
like a
small-
smolder. We're like a smoldering
yeah,
dumpster.
but in like a really small trash
yeah,
can.
we're like a smoldering small trash can. Not so much a dumpster fire, but like a smoldering cigarette butt trash can that somebody threw paper in, and it's kind of a little bit on fire.
But maybe there might be something sweet in there too that
it's
like a weird
oregano.
Yeah, there you go, or sage or something.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
we're
know.
like a small garbage can smoldering with oregano in it. So I'll take that. That would be a good picture for us.
I do have some things to read from Instagram. Should I do that?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a weird yes I just did.
Yes. I think Kurt wants me to read these. Okay, this one is the name is May. I think I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, there we go. Dude is May. That is their handle. Hey, Kurt and Krista. Whoop. I recently started listening to your podcast, and I just wanted to say I love it, all in caps.
Oh, thank you.
I love the commentary you guys make during the stories and the way you guys catch us up at the beginning. It makes me feel less scared, even though I'm covered with goosebumps and I'm consistently looking over my shoulder. I've had my own fair share of experiences with the supernatural. I can't wait till I have some free time to write you guys back. Wait, I can't. I'm just adding stuff to her message. I can't wait till I have some free time to write you guys. Peace, love, and most importantly, stay strange.
Aw. My friend Brooke that listens to the podcast literally just texted me right now, and she said, "Happy 100th, Muffin."
Aw, Muffin.
That's what she calls me because I used to call her Peanut.
Cute. That's
Thank
what I
you,
call
Brooke.
Lucy. Peanut.
Oh, Lucy's a peanut.
She's also a bit of a tater tot. I
And
call
she
her
ate my
tater
book.
tot. She ate a book that Kurt lent to me.
That's because she loves her Uncle Kurt.
I come home and it's just all over the living room rug. I'm like, well, okay.
It only
guess
cost
that
me
happened.
It cost me 50 cents at a thrift store, so I'm okay with that.
We usually keep baby gates in front of the bookshelf to avoid that, but she's been really good lately, so I don't know. I even came home early that day. Usually she does that if we're running late and she's PO'd.
She was PO'd that day for something else. Question? Should we do?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 3 I got from somebody. Who would be your dream co-host / guest? I think we've done this. We've talked
Josh
about
Gates.
this. Josh Gates. 'Cause
Yeah,
we both love
hands
Josh
down,
Gates.
Josh
We both love
Gates.
Josh Gates. We are not.
I think he'd be so fun just to hang out with. His sense of humor just cracks me up.
Yeah.
I think he would really get us.
I think he would too. And we're not like a interview kind of show.
No,
like
no.
It's kind
it
of
wouldn't be an interview. He would be a
I
co-host.
know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
as far
yeah.
as like somebody like I always like David Politis that does the Missing 411. Like I would love to be with him in person to pick his brain about stuff. I
Yeah.
really would. Like I love that. So he's one on my guest list. Obviously drawn up. We just talked about him.
Chuck Norris.
No, that you were just talking about him. A Destination.
Josh Gates.
Yes, I was
Wow.
thinking Bill Gates, and it's
Oh,
not Bill Gates, and I was
I know.
thinking David Gates, and I'm like, no, he was the singer
David
of Bread.
Gates.
He was the singer
Oh,
of the band
okay.
Bread from the 70s, although I
that's
love Bread,
funny.
so
There's a good song of theirs that I
yeah.
like.
But
Yes.
I'm trying to think who else.
Josh Gates is my hands down. That's who I want.
I would love to have, like,
Stephen King would be amazing.
yeah, like even though I kind of stopped watching Ghost Hunters, Jason or Grant, I would love to have on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krista was like, yeah.
I was
Krista-
very
Krista
non-committal.
wasn't, yeah, Krista was, wow, that was very She's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
So is that our list then, pretty much, Stephen
If
King?
Chuck Norris isn't available, I'll take Jason or Guy. No, I think it'd be fun to pick their brains.
Chuck
too.
Norris would spin kick both of us for the Maura Murray episode.
Right, he
Yep.
would. I would
Um,
totally love to have the crew from Destination Fear. That's like my show. I love Destination Fear. Jim and I watch it every week.
Who's on that one?
Chelsea and Dakota Layden, their brother and sister, their good friend Tanner Wiseman, and their other good friend Alex Schrader. Is it Schrader? They're the ones who investigated the asylum in Sheboygan. The final episode is airing tonight of this season, and I just really like their style. Dakota used to be a cameraman on Ghost Adventures.
Oh.
But yeah, it's really cool. I just like their methods that they use, and
There's a weird part of me that would like to have Zach here to talk
Yeah,
to
why
Zach.
not?
He'd
Why
get
not?
possessed down here.
totally don't bring anything here.
Yeah,
Don't bring your fake demons to my house.
We'd have to hide the ceremonial dagger and
Right?
kill us with it. I can't really think of anybody else.
Nope.
Because we don't, like we'll have our friends, family,
Yeah.
and listeners. Like if we still want to have Coleman on, I'd love to have Dash come on.
Yep.
Any of our listeners that are like longtime listeners, that not just somebody that just started listening this week.
Yeah, you got to put in a little time.
You got to put in a little time.
You got to stick it out a little longer than a
Yeah,
week.
45.
A lot of people have suggested doing interviews, and it's just not my thing.
It's not my
I
thing
don't like
either.
listening to
No,
interviews
because I interrupt you half the time. I would be rude, like interviewing somebody and.
Well, I did a podcast for work, and it was all interviewing, and
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy interviewing
No.
people. So
No.
I've done it. I've been there, and it's not my favorite thing.
We'll go with
It's
Josh
just
Gates.
not what we
love
do.
Josh
Yeah,
Gates.
we'll do Josh Gates. Maybe if we say his name enough,
Yeah.
it'll just manifest.
It'll
here
come
the
up in
room.
the
Josh
algorithm
Gates.
for Google,
Yeah.
And he'll be
Ooh,
he'll be like, "Oh, I'll be in Wisconsin. Maybe I'll stop by."
Right? He's gonna be in Wisconsin. Didn't you send me
Yeah,
a link?
yeah,
He's
I did
gonna be
send
at
you
the
the
Pabst
link to that.
Theater or
Yep.
something.
Yep. Speaking of nearby listeners that we would like to have sit in with us one day, we have a voicemail from Coleman,
Oh, sweet.
a fellow Wisconsinite.
I still have your books. I'm not holding them for ransom. I'm just very slowly but surely making
She's holding
my
them
way
for
through
ransom.
You will get them back at some
No,
time.
she's
in
only.
this
You're gonna get
century.
like a letter made out of newspaper, like clippings of letters.
Letter, yeah.
I have your book.
Magazines.
This is Coleman.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Kurt and Krista, this is Coleman, your fellow Scotty kid, the Bigfoot call guy, just calling in to say happy 100th episode, and you guys are definitely my favorite podcast, and I always look forward to hearing the podcast, and you make my drive to work very enjoyable. Keep up the great work, and I hope you guys realize how positively you affect people's lives, and just wanted to say that, and keep up the great work, and can't wait for the new episodes. Thank you. Bye.
There was our patented. That was this like super long Bigfoot howl. Coleman, we love you. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you. I love hearing a fellow Wisconsin
Oh God,
accent.
yeah,
It makes
yeah.
me so happy.
The Wisconsin accent is like music to our ears.
It is.
But Coleman's done so much for us. He listens constantly. So Coleman, thank you so much. We love you. We want to have you sit in one time.
That'd be
That'll
fun.
a very Wisconsin show.
It will be. Oh my gosh.
We should almost do like another Wisconsin one if Coleman comes on.
should.
It should be like Wisconsin
Because
based.
we did cryptids, so now we have to do.
Because he is a Scotty boy.
Now we have to do haunted locations.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep. He is a Scotty boy.
He is.
So Coleman, we love you. Thank you so much. We need to get you on here someday. Maybe Krista will give your book back.
Books.
Books back.
Books.
Books.
Several books.
So thank you so much, Coleman.
Yes.
I got a message yesterday from Stephanie, my friend in Texas, that sent us the Missing 411 books.
Okay. Yep.
So Stephanie, we love you. Thank you so much. She wrote, "Morning. Hopefully this gets in before the lock. Just wanted to say hello. Congratulations on 100 episodes. I love you both and appreciate the hell out of y'all. And I'm looking forward to the next 100. Love, Stephanie."
Well, we appreciate the hell out of you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for listening and,
Yes.
and just for being a truly good human being. Like she is. She is.
Yeah.
Like I've been friends with her for so long. She is one of the people that gives me faith in humanity. She's
It's
a
so
good
fun
person.
to have these people along for the
It
ride.
is. It really is. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Speaking of fun people to have along for the ride, should I read this one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Lauren Kelly. Is she the one that she and her sister?
Yes.
They're twins?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is on Instagram. Hello. Just wanted to send you all a quick message to say congratulations on the 100th episode and for giving us all so much enjoyment and strangeness week to week. Your podcast is my favorite, and it makes my day when a new episode pops up in my notifications. Can't wait for the next 100 episodes. If you're ever in Dallas, we'll have to have a strangers get together, complete with pickle beer and extra spicy tacos.
No extra spicy tacos.
Thanks
you
again.
lost me. I love the pickle beer.
You can wash it down with the pickle beer.
True.
Thanks again for all you do. Stay strange. Lauren Kelly.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yeah, she's been a long time listener too.
Yeah. I love it when siblings get
know.
involved and you see the interactions they have on
I know.
their page.
Because
and
I
stuff.
like when there's
It's
a comment
pretty
and then
cool.
they're commenting back and forth to
Yeah,
each other
it's
below it.
fun.
I just think that's so cute.
And they're both like so beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh my
they
God.
are. They are. I wasn't going to say that because I didn't want to sound kind of pervy, but
I'll say it.
yeah, they are. They are. Question?
Sure.
After this one, we have one more.
Okay.
The last question is one that I've been thinking about, and I feel like my answer is depressing for that one.
Oh.
Okay. Number 4. Do you guys miss the old school?
I don't.
I do. Yes and no. Yes and no, because
I have good memories.
yeah, I miss it. I miss feeling like we were recording in a haunted area.
Yeah, because we did some investigations.
we did.
there.
We had weird things happen there.
Yep,
I mean,
we
there were
did.
days that nobody was there where we heard something.
Footsteps out in the
Footsteps out in the
hall.
hallway. Something move in the room next to us.
But
I miss-
unfortunately, the real people started to
Yes.
encroach on our.
Yes, I miss that
times.
aspect of it.
Yes. Yep, and walking in there in the dark. And
Like I
being
would
all
love it if it was
freaked
haunted
out.
down here, but Krista would
No,
not for some
no.
reason.
Unless it stayed down here, just in this room, so I can do laundry without being scared.
Without it coming out into that room.
Yeah, it has to stay in this
But
room.
that is the only thing I miss about it. The drive, it was a longer drive.
It was a pretty drive.
It was a
though.
pretty drive. It was peaceful. Like I loved just
The time
going-
in the car together was
Yeah,
fun.
it was. I loved going to the school early and just like getting my stuff done there and just
Yeah.
hanging out there.
The
but,
early days were fun.
but it got bad towards the end when
Yep.
the cadets took over.
It wasn't our space.
No,
Anymore. It was
when-
never our
when they
space.
wanted to see our ID for being
Yeah,
there. That was kind
that
of
was the last
that was
straw.
the point that we were like, nope.
I started to get anxiety going there.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that when I was laying in bed this morning at 2:00, not sleeping. That we don't have that down here. Like we
No.
don't. I don't come here thinking, oh my God, is there going to be anybody else there today?
Right. Who's gonna knock
Are
on
we
our
going to walk
door?
in and they have waxed the floors,
Right.
or our doors locked and we can't get? Because remember, we've had times where we
Yes.
couldn't get into our
Right.
room
And we
because
couldn't
the door
record.
was locked. So we recorded in that room next door with all the echo.
Oh, yep.
Remember,
yep.
it had all the echo.
Or when they waxed the floors
Or
and
when-
we had to leave.
Yes. So we have none of that now. So the only thing I really miss about it is like feeling like we were in a haunted location. That's the only thing I miss about it.
And just
Otherwise,
the-
this is perfect.
And just memories of the early days
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our space.
Yeah, this is our space,
studio.
our stuff on the wall.
Yep.
You know, we don't have to worry about somebody coming in here and jacking our stuff.
And I think I said this recently. I found a picture. I was scrolling through our Instagram feed, and I found a picture of me. I took a selfie with Dash's photo or drawings were behind me, and it was just a couple drawings and a couple postcards. And now when you look at what's on the
No.
wall behind me,
He's got this.
and we have 2 more boards to put up because we ran out of space.
Yeah,
It's just amazing.
It's just crazy, but I love having our own space. I love
Me too.
feeling that it's peaceful down here, that this is our area, but I miss the hauntedness.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also
can do
don't
without
the
that.
times that I was there alone and I heard something and I was kind of creeped out because Krista wasn't there with me.
Having to walk into that building when it was dark was really creepy.
Oh God, it was.
But in a fun
Remember, I
way.
would wait for you in my car until you got there because I
Yes.
was too chicken to walk in there in the dark by myself.
Yeah, I never went in there, and I maybe once or twice I went in by myself, but that was it.
Yeah, but I missed that, but not when I was there alone and it was creepy because I don't miss that.
No.
But all in all,
Or
this is-
always being on edge when a car would pull in.
yes,
I hated that.
this is much better. It is
Yeah.
much less anxiety.
Now we
here.
just have a white tornado to deal with.
Yeah,
once
we got
in
the
a
dog to
while,
deal
and
with,
A frog that occasionally tries to get in the window.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, but no,
It's
this
not
is
cold down here today.
this
I'm
is-
actually
no,
warm.
there's a picture. When I was going through our pictures for the teaser for this. There's one of you and I with like big winter coats on in there, and I'm like, God, it must have
freezing in
been
there.
freezing in there. So
we
yeah,
had a heater, but
so this is perfect.
yeah, agreed.
Next,
I prefer
we-
the strange cellar, hands down.
Yeah, I do too. I wish it was a little haunted down here, but that's all right. We can.
We'll
skip
work
that.
around
We'll
it.
work around that. Next we have another voicemail, and this one is from Brian.
Hey, strangers. I just had to call in and say congratulations on 100 episodes. Of course, that makes me realize that I've spent more than 100 hours of my life listening to Kurt and Krista, and I don't know what that says about me. But in all seriousness, it's amazing. I hope there's another 100. This show helped me through a lot of hard times. It, helped me through some serious bouts of depression, but of course, at the same time, it turned those bouts of depression into serious bouts of paranoia. So My therapist thanks you as well. And you inspired me to start my own show, and, you know, hopefully someday it'll be close to as good as your show. And like I said, give us 100 more episodes, and I'll be a happy guy. And again, congratulations, guys. 100 episodes. It's amazing. And stay strange.
So sweet.
Thank you so much, Brian.
He has such
I
a
always
great
just
voice.
call his podcast Transatlantic Ramblings. That's like my nickname for it, but it's Transatlantic Historical, or double check.
I know I have to look it up because it's
Transatlantic History Ramblings
there we go.
with Lauren and Brian. I
Yes.
always just call it Transatlantic Ramblings.
They've been so generous to
They
us.
have, and it's so your podcast is great. Do not think that you have to improve, because it is great. It seriously is. I love the, you know, like they'll do one episode about Mothman, and then the next episode is like the interview with Loretta Swit from MASH.
Oh,
like
right,
they have
yeah.
such a good mixture of things.
Mhm.
And him and Lauren together are awesome. The podcast is just wonderful. So
You gotta love Lauren's accent.
yes, you do not need to improve anything. It's Transatlantic History Ramblings with Lauren and Brian.
And Kurt has done several guest spots.
Yes.
I did one guest spot with Kurt early on. Like I said, very generous to us. Always so gracious and complimentary, and always offering to let us join their show, and just so sweet.
But it's perfect. So Brian, we love you. We love that you're a friend, and we love that you have your
Yes.
podcast.
And Lauren,
just
too. We
Thank
love
you.
you, too.
And Lauren, I just adore Lauren. I want to hug her one
She's
day.
so sweet.
Neil, the one that always goes on their show, that I'm always on there when, you know, like when he's on there too. He really wants us to come there when they do like a paranormal conference, to have us there.
Oh, that'd
and
be
then he's
cool.
going to take us like around to see castles and stuff.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
know.
That'd be amazing.
I
When you
know.
say there, where are you talking about?
Like England, Wales, that area.
Amazing.
I know.
Someday.
Oh, that was weird. That
Jinx.
was weird. So thank you so much, Brian. We
Yes,
love you.
thank you, Ryan. We love you.
Now I got an email from listener Nathan. Nathan says, "Hi, Kurt and Krista. Congrats on reaching the 100th episode. Just a quick one to say again, I love listening to you guys. As a lot of people have said, it really is just like listening to friends chatting away, and it gives you a safe, if strange, space to escape to get away from the world for a bit. A perfect example was that I was recently doing some maintenance on my own, a 2-hour drive away, and I was outside with my headphones on listening to the allergy tablet episode, the one about the Benadryl overdoses and stuff. It took my mind completely away from the boring work I was doing and had me laughing along with you guys. As an aside, I think that one of the reasons I like your podcast is that you just seem like the nicest people, and it's always good to surround yourself with people like that.
Aw.
Keep up the good work. I always look forward to new episodes." Oh, questions. Okay. If there is one place you could visit that you haven't already been to, where would you go? Paranormal or otherwise, or both?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is Greece. I want to go to Greece someday. I just want to go there so badly. It's my bucket list #1 place. But I would love to also, I would love to go visit old castles, and I've never been to the Grand Canyon. There's just so many places
I've
that
never been. No. My paranormal place, I always wanted to visit the Queen Mary. That's supposed to be haunted. I don't know what other paranormal place, like,
I'd love to get to the Stanley
to be
Hotel.
honest, like you and I going on a legitimate Bigfoot
that would
investigation
be
with like
amazing. We could do that right here in Wisconsin. We should hook up with Tobias and Emily because they do regular investigations in the kettles.
But wouldn't that be cool to actually like?
Would be
But we would be so freaked out if we heard that chatter, like the Bigfoot chatter. I would probably pee and poop in my pants.
And they just recently posted a photo of like a big cat paw print that they found.
Yep.
And it was huge.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in the kettles, and I don't think I want to.
That would be a dream. You know, like that.
We could probably make that happen.
Yeah. As far as a place, like I'd love to get back to London. I adored London, but one place that I've always wanted to go that I've never been that is actually feasible because it's in the country is San Francisco, like that, like California. You know, like I hope to God that you, Sophie, Adam, myself, Jim, that we do our Route 66.
That road trip that we had to
the road trip,
postpone
yes,
because
the
of the
road trip.
Rona.
You know, like Chicago to the boardwalk, the amusement park on what's the name of the place? Drawing a blank.
In California?
Yes,
Venice Beach?
That's where where Route 66 ends.
Oh.
Santa Monica Pier,
Oh,
where they
Santa
have the
Monica.
Ferris wheel and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
yeah.
it technically ends. Like, I would love that.
That'd be amazing.
I know, but I wish we would have done that when I was younger and had energy and money.
We're mostly just sitting and driving.
I know, that's true. But like, I just want to see that. And I still, even though I doubt it's ever going to happen, my dream thing is still, like I said, is to be in Maine on that island or whatever, where the sunrise hits first.
Yeah.
To see the sunrise and then get on a plane, fly across the country and watch the sunset the same day from a beach in California. I think that would be so cool.
would be
and there's
really
people
cool.
that have done it. But yeah, that's
I would
our,
love to go out east too.
Yeah.
For sure.
those are our dream destinations.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
The Pacific Northwest, of course,
Yes.
as well. Do some real Bigfoot hunting.
And now we have another voicemail. This one is from listener Elizabeth, who sent us a couple of them.
Apparently, it took a few tries.
It took a few tries, and I give her so much credit because I would be too chicken to
So
call
would
a
I.
pod,
It'd be
to
super
a podcast. I
awkward
like
and
to
weird.
leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
So she did awesome. So this is from in the Great White North, I believe. This is from Elizabeth.
So take 3. This is Elizabeth from the Great White North. I'm going to trust that as my strange friends, you're going to delete the first 2 because I froze. I just want to say happy anniversary. 100th episode is pretty something to be proud of. I am so stoked with you guys. You make me happy every single day. I love everything about your podcast, from the housekeeping to the pickles, the taste tests, the random offhand topics, ramblings like I'm doing right now. Always worrying that Kurt's going to die each taste test. You guys are both humble, nice people. I just think you're the most wonderful. You literally make me feel part of your group, which no other podcast has ever done in all my years of listening. You guys are so wonderful, and I really hope that I get to hear you for years and years and years and years to come when we're all old, sitting in wheelchairs, wiping the drools from our mouths. So just keep doing what you're doing, and please delete the first 2 messages because they were really horrible. This one is too, but I just wanted to show my love and support and congratulate you guys on being so wonderful. So keep up the good work, guys. You're amazing. Bye.
Wow.
Elizabeth, I want to come up to Canada and hug you.
Yeah.
That was so sweet.
That was really sweet.
So thank you so much.
Aw.
I love Canada. I love all things
I've never been
Canada.
there.
I've never been there either.
Oh, well, we should do that.
We should.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, like I've always loved. I love shows from like Letterkenny, and I just love like all things poutine. You can't go
I
wrong
feel
with
like
poutine.
Canadians are very similar to Midwesterns, just like
they
in how
totally
friendly
are.
they
totally
are, and
we have quite a few like Shauna. I'm good friends with
Oh,
Shauna.
yeah, that's
like
right.
Shauna listens to our podcast, and I love Shauna.
Tristan.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's just something. I feel like how people feel about us is how everybody in Canada really is. Just
Yeah.
like good people.
I agree.
Like humble, good people. Like I just adore Canada.
There was what was the documentary?
and I love Tim Hortons coffee.
Oh, really? Was it Bowling for Columbine?
I don't know. I've
Where
never seen those.
the director, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. But he did like this weird
Michael Moore?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. He did this weird experiment where he was up in Canada. Maybe he's from Canada. And how you could just walk up to anyone's house and open the door. And he did this.
Yeah.
He just walked up to
Yeah.
people's houses. I just hit my face on the microphone and opened the door, and they're all their doors are unlocked, and nobody was weirded out or freaked out. They're like, "Oh, hi, what you doing?" You know, like
Yeah.
nobody was here. You'd probably get shot if you tried that.
Yeah.
The doors would be locked. Like, I guess that's the difference. But it just seems like they're just, I don't know, how things should be is
Yes.
Canada.
Yes, and that's totally how. But then like I've mentioned on here that I have stories of friends that have moved to Arizona, and like one of them was at a drugstore or something like that, where the cashier was having like a bad day, obviously, and they they bought their stuff and went through, and at the end they said to the cashier, they're like, "I just really hope your day gets better." And then she said, "You have to be from Wisconsin or Minnesota because you're so nice." And they're like, "Yeah, we're from Wisconsin."
That's so funny.
I know, but it's
is
true. There's like Minnesota nice, and I feel like that's Wisconsin too. Like we're polite people.
Something that I think maybe it's a Midwestern thing, but everybody waves to everybody, whether you know each other or not.
Yeah.
Like you're driving around down the road. If someone's walking, they wave to you.
Yeah.
I don't know these people, but they wave to you. Like
Yeah.
we wave to people we don't know just because we're being friendly.
Yeah, like I think I said this story on here, but that was like kind of in London too.
Oh,
Like
really?
it floored me, and I know I've told this story in here because I remember it, that Jim and I were walking down the street, and ahead of us was a corner, and a girl was coming around the corner, and a guy was coming around the building the other way, and they bumped into each other. And the guy stopped and put his hand on her shoulder and said, "I'm so sorry." And she put her hand on his shoulder and said, "It's okay." And it was just like so sweet. It was like this super sweet, weird little moment. It's like, that was really,
that's such a thing.
Yeah, like I said,
that's
here
so
in the
common
States,
around
you
here.
would probably get shot if you
Well,
did.
unless you're in the Midwest.
Unless you're in the, then it would just go, "Ope."
Yeah,
"Ope, sorry." Sorry, eh?
I say that like 100 times a day.
Oh, I realized that ever since that became like a meme thing. Like, I say "ope" all the time.
All
like
day
if I'm
long.
walking in a door and somebody's coming out, I'm like, "Ope." I'm like, that is a thing.
It just comes
it's
out.
totally a thing. It's legit.
It's our version of, "Oh, excuse me."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's a thing. It really is.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
Yep. Do we want to do Josh's voicemail first? No, let's do the question first.
Okay.
Because like I said, I feel like my answer is going to be depressing on this one.
So get it out of the way.
Question number 5, our last question. How have you changed as a person since the first episode all those years ago? And I feel like I've gotten a lot worse. I feel like I don't know.
As a person?
It's just more depressed, more anxious. I don't know if it's like a midlife crisis thing. You know, I mean, I'm 51 years old now.
The world
and
has really gone downhill since
the
then.
world is circling the drain. I mean, that doesn't help. But
No, it
I just
doesn't
feel like I've gotten less positive, more cynical, just more. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the person I was. I'm trying to get back. You know, but I think a lot of that is mindfulness. Like, I can't live in the moment anymore. We've talked about this on here. I have a hard time because I'm either stressing about something coming up or stressing about something I just did.
Yep.
Like, I can't
100%.
exist in the moment, and that bothers me because I used to live like that, and I want to get back to that, but I can't.
I'm working on it too because
It's hard.
stress will eat you alive.
But, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel bad saying that, but I just feel like I'm worse than I was when we started. And I think a lot of it is just getting older.
Well, I think you're an awesome person.
Well, thank you. I think you're an awesome person too.
And
I feel like I've gotten better in that. Like, the school thing floors me. That I love what I do. I love the kids. I love being there for the kids, you know, and I realized that I was always wrong when I said I didn't like kids, because I really do. Like Asher and Grayson, I love them, you know, and I get it now. I get what having kids would be like, you know, so I've come to appreciate that more. And I appreciate, like, our listeners. Like, this has affected me a lot. Like, I friends with people that I don't know that listen to our little dinky show we do. And I love that I kind of share their life with them, you know? So in some ways I've gotten better, but I feel like overall I've gotten worse. I'm in a worse place, and I don't know what to do to improve, but I'm trying. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I think it
sounds more depressing than it actually is, but I just feel like I've went down as opposed to
I think a lot of us are in that same boat, though, just because.
But these last couple of years have sucked, you know, and that
life
doesn't
has
help.
gotten stressful for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, when you look back, like 3 years ago, like, it was a different.
It totally was.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know. I'm glad we're like a little shining light for some people in these crappy times.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
okay, you can answer now.
So I feel like for me, I'm an introvert. Like, I am such an introvert. My ideal day is being home.
Yeah.
Not doing anything or having to interact
Well, no,
with anyone.
and sorry to interrupt you again,
No,
but
it's okay.
like last weekend, I realized that it's frustrating for me because Aaron was up in Manitowoc. Aaron, my friend Aaron that I geocache with, one of my best friends, and he had a cookout Friday and Saturday. And it's like, I wanted to do nothing this weekend, so I went there Friday and Saturday, had a couple beers, had some brats and burgers.
Johnsonville brats, I hope.
Johnsonville brats and burgers. And then Sunday, it's like, I'm not going to do anything. So since Sunday, I didn't do anything. And then I felt bad because I wasn't out doing anything.
Oh,
like,
funny.
I can't be content.
FOMO.
I can't be content. It's like, when I don't want to do something, I feel like I should be doing something. When I'm doing something, I feel like I don't want to be doing something.
I can be in the same boat too, though.
And it sucks.
I'm an
you know?
introvert who doesn't want to do anything or go anywhere, but when I don't, I feel like I should be.
Yeah.
But I think we also sort of live in this society where it's frowned upon to do nothing.
Yes,
like
totally.
Rest is considered bad.
Yep.
How dare you be so lazy?
Yep, totally.
And yeah, I think we need to learn to be okay with doing nothing.
I feel like you're very much the same person from.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be. I think it's brought me out of my shell more, though. Like,
Yes.
I interact with people online that I never would have
No,
interacted
you
with
would not
before.
have. You were
And
very
It's still a little bit of a struggle for me.
Yeah.
Social media is still a struggle
You were
for
very
me.
little interacting with people online before.
Yeah. And I'm very private. I mean, we make references to rough times that happen, but I don't talk about it at all because that's just how I am. You're an open book. My book has a padlock on it. But and I don't think that will change. I don't know. My stuff is just, I don't want to talk about it. But it's there and I go through it and I don't know. I just think, I don't know. I think I've become a little bit more confident doing the podcast. I think all the stuff we go through makes us stronger. I mean, I'm kind of with you that, man, the stress can be overwhelming.
Yes.
Like I just texted you yesterday that my nerves are just frayed at this point, like everything that's happening.
Yep.
But somehow we just persevere. We get through it. We know people are counting on us for this podcast and that helps.
Yes.
It's like a purpose, like you said.
Yes.
I think that maybe that's part of it. But in the beginning, it was fun. It was just something we were doing. And now it definitely feels like we have more of a purpose, which helps.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
So I don't know if that answers the question.
It does.
But...
I think it does.
Okay.
Our last voicemail comes from a longtime listener, Josh.
Okay. So is Josh the one who ran into somebody at Meijer and they recognized the T-shirt he was wearing and he's wearing a Strange Sessions?
That both thrills me and freaks me out at the same time.
I know. It's so cool. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Hey, Kurt, Krista, this is Josh from Ohio. I am just calling to congratulate you on 100 episodes. That is amazing. I'm a longtime fan, longtime stranger, and I find the podcast very entertaining and mentally stimulating. So keep up the good work. I love what you do. We all love what you do. Keep on doing it. It's great. All right, stay safe, you guys, in Wisconsin. From Ohio, this is Josh.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
I love keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
We promise
We're
we
gonna.
will try as long as we can till we run out of topics.
Until we're wiping the drool from our face, like Elizabeth said.
Yeah, which will probably be me very soon.
Next week, I don't
know. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you for being a stranger and for listening.
Yeah, he's been a long time listener.
It just still floors me that, I don't know. This, like, you and I get overwhelmed thinking about this. Like,
we do.
Like, it's just weird.
I'm never gonna not be overwhelmed by it. I hope I'm never not overwhelmed by it. I want this to always be kind of a shock to me.
Yeah.
Because if we're not surprised and shocked by how long people listen to us or how many people are listening to us, then I don't know. We've lost sight of why we do it.
Exactly.
Right.
Perfectly said.
Thank you, Josh.
And I think that's it for our
Hope
emails.
I didn't forget anyone on Instagram.
Yeah, if you did send us one and we forgot it, let us know and we will read them their next episode.
Yeah, you can berate me online. If
because we don't run a tight ship here, as you know. So I might have forgotten to write down some of the emails we've got. So if you did send us a happy 50th, we've gotten a couple stories within the last couple weeks too. So
I think we still have something from Pink that was recorded and sent to us in the Dropbox or whatever.
Yes.
I call him Pink.
Yeah. Then that always makes me think of Dazed and Confused.
Totally. Which is partly why I do it.
But yes, if you sent us a congratulations and we forgot to read it, let us know because we are like that.
Yes, we are.
We are.
Nope, I don't see anything that I missed.
Okay.
So
I probably missed something. I'll find out when I get home and I'll be like, crap.
Dang.
So thank you guys so much. And just thank you for being with us.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't either.
100
it's very
episodes,
humbling.
100 episodes in, and we love what we do, and we love you guys. So
we're so lucky.
We do this for you. So thank you so much. Chris and I someday are going to travel the world and give every one of you a hug.
Every one of you.
Every single one of you.
Restraining orders or not.
Yeah, exactly. No restraining
and
orders.
thank you again,
stop
Kayla,
us.
for the cake.
Kayla, so
we
good.
will be enjoying this for the next several days, and to Taryn for the beautiful necklace and the keychain.
Yeah.
And the stickers. I love the stickers.
We love you guys. I love you, Krista.
I
Thank
love
you
too,
for
Kurt.
doing this with me.
I wouldn't do it with anyone else.
That
for
sounded
sure.
Sort of dirty.
It wouldn't be an episode if something didn't sound just a little bit dirty.
To our song selection?
Yeah. So you go first because I have to Google what the actual name of my song is.
Our song topic for this week, or our song theme for this week, was just a song that heals you,
Mm-hmm.
which can kind of be a hard one to do.
A little bit.
I knew right away what it was going to be.
I kind of came up with mine right away too.
Mine is an instrumental.
Oh, okay.
And it is like a minute and 42 seconds long.
Oh,
so it's a short
Shorty but a
instrumental.
goodie.
It is from one of our favorite movies.
Dazed and Confused?
No.
Almost Famous.
Almost Famous. When I got the Blu-ray, because I have 2 Blu-ray movies at home, Dazed and Confused and Almost Famous. And I don't think I have the DVD of Almost Famous, but I believe that when you put it in the DVD player, Blu-ray player, this is the song that plays over the menu.
Okay.
And I was like, this is really pretty. So
I do have it on DVD, so I'm trying to think about that.
I'll when we're done recording, I'll play it for you.
me.
So you'll recognize it right away. But I loved this little piece of music. So I went online and found it. And the song is titled Cabin in the Air.
Okay.
Cabin in the Air. And it's by Nancy Wilson.
Oh.
Who was one half of Heart.
Yeah.
And she was married to Cameron Crowe when the movie came out.
Oh, interesting.
And there's a song from Vanilla Sky that he did too. I think it's called Elevator Beat. And what she does is just like these little instrumentals that like show up in backgrounds in movies.
Sort of like transitional
yes.
music? Okay.
Yeah, just like background music. But they're so good.
Okay.
And this one, Cabin in the Air, I absolutely love this. This is my healing song. There were days when I was having a bad time that I literally would drive somewhere for something and this would be playing on repeat over and over and over in my car. And I want to read 2 YouTube comments. Like the YouTube comments, this is like that Lo-Fi Girl. I'm like addicted to that Lo-Fi Girl YouTube channel. And that is like, everybody says that's like the one YouTube channel where the comments are all like positive, like so sweet and
Which
so
never
good.
happens.
No, and they're so good. And that's how this is. So the 2 comments I want to read, the second one is very much me, but I love this first one. The first YouTube comment for this song and the video, like the YouTube thing, I think part of the reason I love it so much is because the YouTube picture is the perfect picture. It's black and white and it's the cast like in front of the tour bus, the Almost Famous
I love
tour
that
bus.
Picture, yeah.
So YouTube user Henry Jackson writes about this song, quote, "It's a mix of radiance and sadness, melancholic sunshine tinged with a dose of what could have been and what could still become." I love that. I think that's so pretty. But Erin Wise, E-R-I-N.
My middle name.
Is it? I did not know. I don't know if I knew that. She wrote, and this is exactly how I feel about this song. She writes, quote, "I love this song. I've never been one to claim a favorite band or a favorite song because there are just too many that are great, but this is my all-time favorite song ever. No matter where I am in my life, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, I always connect to this. It touches my full range of emotion and hits me to my core every time I hear it. It makes me feel like it's perfectly fine to feel whatever it is I'm feeling in that moment. It's okay to be joyous or to completely fall apart. It's okay to be great, and it's okay to not be okay. I guess it just connects me to where I am and lets me know that it's okay to just be, to just exist in that moment. And that's something that I'm trying to get better at. It's a lot to put out there about a song, a mere minute and 42-second moment in time, but I can't help but to reflect on my life and where I am when I hear it, and it felt important for me to put that into words. This song represents so much of who I feel like I am, and I wanted to share that." So
yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm obviously not the only one that loves this little piece of music. So that is my song that heals me.
Cool.
Cabin in the Air by Nancy Wilson.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it. And I'm sure I'll recognize
You will,
it
as
because
soon
I've
as
watched that movie
because it's one of those
so
songs that
many
I love
times.
where it starts with just the acoustic guitar and then it builds throughout the minute 42.
Okay.
Yep, you'll love it.
So mine is sort of similar in that it leads into something that always makes me feel good. And you can probably almost guess what it is, but it's the theme song to Gilmore Girls. And it's funny because it's not a song that I've ever listened to outside of the show. Yeah. I don't have it downloaded. I don't listen to it in my car. And it's not even like it's some profound song or like it's really beautiful or anything. I'm making it sound really awesome. But it's when I hear it, I
makes
know
you happy.
I'm going to be feeling better soon.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And because it's playing over the opening kind of visuals or scene that plays over that song, Gilmore Girls is like fall leaves and like my favorite shots from the show and favorite moments from the show over the seasons. And the Gilmore Girls have a serious cult following.
Yeah.
And everyone says it's their feel-good show. You can be having the absolute worst day. I put on an episode of Gilmore Girls, and I've been watching a lot of Gilmore Girls lately.
Yes.
Let's just say it.
I believe it.
It just makes me
Yeah.
feel good. I forget about what I'm worried about. Sometimes if I can't sleep at night, I will go out on the couch and watch Gilmore Girls because I know I can finally let go of that thing that's keeping me up.
Yeah.
And hearing that song is like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
Here comes my feel good. I'm going to be feeling good like in just a couple of minutes. And
Yep.
sometimes I don't even listen to the whole song. I just need to hear the first few words. But it's called Where You Lead. And actually, it's written and performed by Carole King and her daughter. And Carole King was a recurring
I like
character
Carole.
on
I didn't know
Gilmore
that.
Girls.
I didn't know she was on there.
She played Sophie, who owned a music store.
I love Carole King. Like her
Yeah.
music from the 70s.
I feel the earth move under my feet. Yeah, good stuff.
It's Too Late. She has so many good songs.
Yeah, really good
Yep.
songs. So, and I loved her character. She was just kind of this quirky store owner.
I really
music
should watch
store
the Gilmore Girls one
It's
day.
so good. You would love it. You'd
I'm
love
sure
the
I would.
humor. So that's mine. Where You Lead by Carole King.
It's funny you say that because I feel the same way about the theme song for Felicity.
Oh,
Like
sure.
the first 2 seasons of Felicity, like I'm obsessed with the opening. And it's nothing. It's this song, this instrumental song, and it's like black and white pictures of the cast, but there's something about it. Like there's one shot of Carrie Russell, who plays Felicity, laughing, and you can see that it's not like it's like genuine, like it's not a
Yeah.
scripted thing. Like it's like the cast was hanging out, and you can see her that she's laughing, and there's just something. And like it ends with this image of her on like on a rooftop in New York, like looking out, and that's like one of my favorite. I used to have that as my background on my computer, but there's something about that song that I just love. That song. It's a little like My Cabin in the Air. It's like a little instrumental song, and it just puts me at ease. And
think
it's
that's
because I
probably
love
really
the show.
common.
Yeah.
Like people hear the Friends theme, they probably just instantly feel better because they're. I never got into Friends.
I'm not a
but
Friends
I know
guy either.
A ton of people
Yeah.
who loved Friends.
Yeah, and it's almost like a psychological response.
Totally,
As
it's
soon
like
as-
classical
That's kind of how I
conditioning.
was. That's how I was with "I Don't Want to Wait" by Paula Cole when it was the opening for
Totally,
Dawson's
Creek, yep.
You know, so yeah, I totally get that. So cool. Those are good songs. Those are good picks.
Thanks.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
excited
put
to hear yours.
I might put the Felicity one in there too, just because I love it.
Just for the heck of it.
Because
you can.
I think that's it.
All right. Are we forgetting? Oh, let's do a joke. Let's do a pickle joke. Let's do a really terrible pickle.
We got to. It's the 100th.
Yes. I'll make it extra bad and pickly.
Extra briny.
They're all
Make it
extra
extra
bad.
dilly.
What's a shy pickle on his first date?
I don't
A
know.
little green around the girls. Come on.
That's actually kind of funny because it's supposed to be a little green around the gills.
I know.
That one's actually kind of
It's not
funny.
that I didn't get it.
It's just that you didn't appreciate
I
it.
didn't appreciate it. I'm going to read the second one. Can you eat pickles with fingers?
Pickles don't have fingers.
Oh, you got the answer. Let's do a laugh out loud joke for kids too, just in honor
LOL.
of Eli.
Yeah.
Right?
The cap that he sent me with the little figure on it, I think from Bob's Burgers. I wear that at school, and so many students say something
Such a
about that.
Great show. Did we read this one? What would we get if we threw all the books in the ocean?
Yeah.
I think okay, tidal wave. What do you call a liar on the phone?
What?
A telephony. That's cute. I'm going to read one more and then we can turn the page. What do peanut butter and jelly do around the campfire?
What?
They tell toast stories.
Oh, wow. That one is kind of funny. Again, thank you
It
guys.
deserves a-
We don't know why you guys stick with us,
Yeah, I
but
don't
we
know.
are so glad you do.
It's not for the jokes.
So I can't imagine another 100 episodes. That would be like 5 years from now.
I know. It's overwhelming.
It scares me. I won't think about it.
And don't even start counting our side sessions because that will
Yeah.
get us to another 100 real quick.
Yeah, it will. Because I think we're basically going to be doing one every episode now after.
Yep.
So next week, the first one comes out.
I'm excited. The first official side session.
Yeah. And it will be about. I haven't been there lately because
We didn't get there yet.
I've been trying to eat better. So I
Okay.
haven't been there lately, but I love that place.
We haven't gotten there yet, but
So I think that is
I think
it.
that's it too.
Kayla,
Our
thank you
deets?
so much
Don't forget our deets.
for the cake.
Yeah, thank you for the cake.
Our
Thanks for
deets.
getting some greens in me this morning.
Yes, exactly. I feel healthier.
Yep.
I have the health halo.
The health halo.
Or you can email us at thestrangesessions@gmail.com. We are on Twitter at Strange Session without the S. Krista does 100.
Here's the thing about Twitter, though. I used to have Twitter connected to our Instagram so that it would automatically update. I haven't done that in months. So if you go to Twitter, it's highly outdated and probably doesn't have anything new on it.
Yeah, probably not.
Just a
Krista does like a 100 episode worthy job on Instagram.
Sure.
If you're interested in promoting us on Instagram, feel free to leave a comment under, like everybody does. Like Krista posts something that all of a sudden we get,
and I immediately block
we get
them.
like 20. Promote your podcast on such and such.
Those get blocked immediately.
You can send postcards and snail mail like Taryn did. Taryn, thank you so much for the awesome jewelry to the Strange Sessions at P.O. Box 434, Manitowoc, Wisconsin 54221-0434. And I feel good because our little lonely phone line actually got some calls the last couple weeks.
It's not so lonely right now.
No, it's pretty good. Right? It's content. 920-443-9602.
Cool.
So again, if there's anything we want to get across in this episode, it's that we love you guys and we are so glad to have you as a part of the podcast and a part of our lives.
And our friends. You guys truly are.
Yes.
You are family that we get to choose.
People
say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends who basically are your family. And that's how I feel about you guys.
Exactly. Very well said. So we love you guys. And on to the next 100 episodes, I guess. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, you guys, for the mail, the voicemails, the cake, the jewelry, for just being a part of all of this craziness that
we wouldn't do it if it weren't
never
for you guys.
expected, but we're so thankful to have. So we love you. And from Krista and I in the Strange Cellar.
The totally unhaunted.
Strange Cellar. Until next time, stay strange.